A lot of people do not stay broke because they are lazy. They stay broke because they follow habits that look normal. The expensive car, the rising bills, the credit card balance that never fully disappears. The idea that saving can wait until life calms down. That is how people earn decent money for 10, 20, even 30 years and still feel one emergency away from panic. Because some habits do not make you look broke right away. They make you feel stable while quietly draining your future.
There is a kind of broke that does not look broke. You go to work, you pay your bills, you handle birthdays, holidays, school stuff, groceries, gas, all of it. From the outside, life looks normal, but inside, there is no room. One repair hurts, one medical bill hurts, one job problem changes everything. One bad month puts you right back in fear. That is the middle class trap. Not poverty, not luxury, just constant pressure dressed as a stability. And the scary part is, a lot of people do not get trapped by one giant mistake. They get trapped by habits that feel responsible, grown, and normal. But look, normal does not always mean safe. Sometimes normal is exactly what keeps people stuck. Habit 1. Letting your lifestyle rise every time your income rises. This is one of the cleanest ways to stay broke forever. You finally get a raise, and before the money even settles, your life gets more expensive. The apartment gets nicer, the car payment gets bigger, the phone gets upgraded, the vacations get justified, the "I deserve it" spending starts sounding wise. Now your income goes up, but your peace does not. That is the trap. Because every raise is supposed to create margin. Instead, it gets turned into maintenance. Now you need more money just to keep up with the life you built too fast. A lot of middle-class people are not drowning because they make too little. They're drowning because every improvement in income immediately becomes a permanent bill. And permanent bills are dangerous because once your fixed costs rise, your freedom drops. Now you can't say no easily, you can't rest easily, you can't recover easily, you can't save aggressively because your money is already spoken for. Wealth starts growing when part of your raise stays yours, not when all of it becomes a new monthly obligation. Habit 2. Treating a big car payment like it's just a normal adult expense. This habit has wrecked more futures than people want to admit. A lot of folks buy a car based on what the monthly payment looks like, not what the full cost does to their life. That's how people talk themselves into stress. They say, it's only a few hundred a month. Then insurance hits, gas hits, repairs hit, taxes hit, and now the car is eating the same money that could have built savings. The car looks successful. Meanwhile, your bank account looks nervous. That's why this habit is so dangerous. It feels respectable. It feels grown. It feels like you're doing what adults do. But a car with a heavy monthly payment doesn't just cost money. It steals options. It steals investing room. It steals emergency fund room. It steals debt payoff room. It steals breathing room. A lot of middle-class people are trying to build a future while driving around in their future. And man, that's one of the most expensive ways to stay stuck. Habit 3. Carrying credit card debt like it's just part of life. This one quietly destroys people. Not dramatically, quietly. A balance stays, then another one stays, then you get used to it. Now interest becomes part of your monthly life, and the worst part is, it starts to feel normal. That's how the trap wins, because once high-interest debt becomes normal, progress gets slow and painful. You work, you pay, you try, and still feel like nothing moves. That's because interest is feeding yesterday while you're trying to build tomorrow. You can't build real wealth while expensive debt keeps taking the first bite out of your paycheck. And a lot of middle-class households fall into this because they're not using credit cards for luxury, they're using them for pressure. A repair, a school expense, a grocery week, a medical bill, a holiday they didn't want to disappoint anybody during. That's what makes it emotional. You're not always overspending because you're reckless. Sometimes you're just tired of always being the one who has to say no. But debt doesn't care why you used it. It only cares that it gets paid back with extra. And if that habit becomes normal, broke becomes permanent.
Habit 4. Living with no emergency fund and hoping life behaves. This habit keeps people fragile for years. Not because they are irresponsible, because they are exposed. A lot of people are one car repair away from a crisis, one medical bill away from panic, one bad month away from debt. That is not peace. That is survival with better furniture. And too many middle-class households live exactly like that. Bills paid, fridge stocked, lights on, but no real cushion. That means every unexpected expense becomes a chain reaction. Now the credit card gets used, then the card balance grows, then the next month starts behind, then savings never gets built because recovery never finishes. That is how years disappear. People think an emergency fund is small thinking, like it is not exciting enough, like it is not real wealth. But stability is wealth. Being hard to knock over is wealth. Being able to take a hit and keep going is wealth. A lot of people keep chasing bigger money while ignoring the one thing that would make their current money feel safer. And without that cushion, life stays in charge of your emotions. Habit 5. Waiting to invest until you feel stable enough. This habit sounds wise. That is why it hurts so many people. They say, I'll invest later. I need to get everything perfect first. I'm too late anyway. I'll start when I have more. And suddenly, 10 years are gone. The real problem is not just that they delay investing, it is that they delay ownership. They delay letting time work for them. They delay compound growth. They delay building a future that does not rely only on labor. That is expensive, especially when people ignore retirement matches at work. That is one of the craziest habits in personal finance. People will work hard all year and still walk past free money because retirement feels far away. But wealthy people understand something middle-class people often learn too late. Small, regular investing matters more than dramatic, perfect timing. The habit matters, the time matters, the consistency matters. And if you keep waiting until life becomes calm, neat, and fully under control, you may wait right into old age. Because for most people, life never becomes perfectly ready. You have to start while life is still messy. Habit 6. Never building a system and just hoping there's money left over. This might be the most common habit of all. A lot of people don't really have a money plan. They have a money reaction. Bills show up, they pay them. Something comes up, they deal with it. There's a sale, they buy it. There's a stressful week, they spend through it. Then, at the end of the month, they say, I need to save more. But save from what? That is the issue. Leftover money is one of the biggest lies in middle-class life, because if you wait to save what is left, usually nothing meaningful is left. That is why people can earn decent money for years and still never feel ahead. They never build a system. No automatic savings, no planned investing, no clear budget, no separate emergency money, no real control over where the paycheck goes before the world gets to it. And when money has no assignment, life gives it one. Fast. That is why some people look like they should be doing better on paper. On paper, the income is fine. In real life, the money is loose, emotional, unplanned, and easy to drain. And that kind of money always disappears.